If you'd like to know how I help health and wellness professionals attract amazing clients and grow their online businesses, you're going to like what I'm sharing with you in this video. This is important for you to know if you're trying to market yourself online to get clients and you want to build a successful coaching business. Because if that's your goal, you need to understand three crucial things about marketing. When you understand these three things, you'll know how to make decisions that will make your marketing much more effective at getting you new clients. I'm Nicole Piper. I spent 29 years helping build brands like MTV, Nickelodeon, and Pokemon into global icons. Now I help health and wellness professionals build profitable online coaching businesses without all the guesswork or wasted effort most coaches go through. I do it with a trust-based marketing method that blends Fortune 500 level strategy with advanced copywriting skills I learned from a world-renowned A-list copywriter. This approach works because it's rooted in truth, connection, and even neuroscience. One of the things that makes marketing so hard is that we're exposed to nearly 10,000 messages every day. That's a lot of things trying to grab our attention. So if you want to get noticed online, you have to stack the marketing odds in your favor. And the only way you'll have a fighting chance of doing that is by tapping into buyer biology. To understand buyer biology, we have to take a quick peek inside the brain. The human brain is a filtering machine. It ignores almost all of those 10,000 messages and only pays attention to what feels relevant to our survival or well-being. That means messages about safety, belonging, health, relationships, or identity. Those are the ones that get through. Everything else gets filtered out. So the first question isn't how do I get people to buy my coaching? It's how do I get past people's brain filter so they notice me? The answer is your marketing needs to speak directly to what their brain already cares about. That's why the most powerful marketing messages always start with a problem people are aware of. Our brains are subconsciously scanning for anything that can or is disrupting our quality of life. That means danger or discomfort first and status or identity second. That's why, generally speaking, an ad that focuses first on getting rid of belly fat, which is about discomfort, does better than an ad that talks about getting toned abs, which is more about status and identity. When your marketing names a problem clearly, the brain lights up. You've made it past the awareness threshold. Then as you guide people with your content, and that could be stories, discoveries, insights, you're slowly warming them up. You're building trust and safety. You're showing their brain, this person understands me, I can relax. That's why I'm a real fan of webinars or masterclasses. When they're written the right way, they're not just information sessions. They warm up a cold audience. They create trust and connection while gently shifting the person from focusing on their problem to seeing you and your solution as the obvious choice. So that's the first thing you need to know about buyer biology. Now let's get to the second thing, which is buying temperature. Once you understand this, you'll start seeing your marketing completely differently. Let's say you work in a clinic. The buying temperature of people walking in the door is hot. They already know they need and want your help. That's not the case online. Most of your audience there is cold. They don't know you. They're not sure what you do, and they don't even realize yet that you might be the answer to their problem. That's why so many health and wellness professionals struggle when they only use marketing that's very direct and focuses on who they are and what they do. An example of this is if the first thing a person sees on a website is the person's expertise, like nutritionist or chiropractor or hypnotherapist. The only people who will respond to that are people who've already decided they want that specific type of help. They know the type of solution they're looking for. Messages like that only work for hot buyers. And online, 95% of your audience isn't hot. They're cold. They're aware of the problem they have, but not necessarily the solution you offer will help them get rid of it for good. Add to that the fact that most people are only aware of mainstream solutions. And if you're a natural health professional, you most likely have solutions that fall outside of mainstream medicine. So your messaging will be a total disconnect with the vast majority of people who could be your potential clients. People's brains are focused on the problem and how they're feeling. Things like, I'm frustrated because I've seen countless doctors and I still have to deal with psoriasis, or I'm still exhausted no matter how much sleep I get, or my digestion is such a mess I'm either constipated or have diarrhea and there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. They're not thinking, I need a functional medicine practitioner to optimize my gut microbiome. And by the way, if they were thinking that, they'd probably do an online search. They wouldn't be looking for help on Facebook or Instagram. So if your marketing speaks solution language instead of problem language, you and your audience will most likely pass each other like ships in the night. Your audience will stay cold and a cold audience won't buy. So the best way to get people to notice you is with marketing that focuses on a specific problem they want solved. And if that idea feels too limiting, I get it. I often get resistance from health coaches and practitioners when I tell them that. They say they can solve so many many problems. They may even say they have one solution that can stop anything from joint pain to brain fog. It doesn't matter. If you want to build a successful online business, you need to have an offer that focuses on one problem, because that's how you get a cold audience to pay attention. That doesn't mean that's the only thing you'll ever do. This isn't about picking a niche that you'll be stuck with forever, but focusing your marketing on one specific offer is the fastest way to build a business that can make $10,000 a month or more. Then you can expand into others if you want. All right, now let's get to the third insight, which is buying speed. People buy at different speeds. There are fast buyers and slow buyers. The research shows that only about 3% of people who see your marketing will buy right away. Your other potential buyers can take 3 to 6 months to make a decision. And for some of my clients, I've seen it take over a year. That means if you only focus your marketing on people who are interested in buying immediately, you're missing out on helping a lot of other people who just need a little more time before they're ready to become your client. That's why building and nurturing an email list is one of the most powerful marketing tools you have. It's where those slower buyers get to know you, trust you, and eventually decide to work with you. Research shows that email marketing is almost 40 times more effective at acquiring clients than social media. So if you regularly show up in people's inboxes with content that gives them value and builds trust, you're helping people to associate you with safety and transformation. That's why aligning your marketing with buyer biology is so important. It makes everything easier. Your marketing will be much more effective at helping you get more clients. You'll start attracting people who want to work with you instead of spinning your wheels trying to convince people to buy. And you'll stop worrying if your content is good because you'll know it's speaking to the right part of the person's brain. That's when your messages stop being ignored and become something people pay attention to. If you want to dive deeper into using psychology and neuroscience to make your marketing more effective, subscribe to my Substack. It's free, and you'll get access to articles and tools that show you exactly how to create trust-based marketing that attracts clients consistently. The link is in the description. And if this video helped you see your marketing through a different lens, give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. All right, that's all for now. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.